welcome you all. So this classes will be like from the starting, maybe from the syntax too. So it will we can divide your maybe all you have your Python syllabus with you, I think so. Okay, so that can be divided into three parts. Okay, one thing up to uh, exception handling and all these things are syntactical based. So basics of your Python language. If you take any language, you will learn all those things like what is a loop, how you will compare the statements, what are the operators, how the syntax will be, is it a dynamical, how to assign a values, that kind of things. So if you are coming from the programming background, this up to 6 to 7 classes will be very simpler and it may be vague to you, like it is all basic things. Okay, so uh, first 1 to 10 classes maybe it will take. So it will have that basic stuffs, and after 10 we'll have the core Python concepts. So it will be more Pythonic way. So that things how the data structures will be, how can we use functions, that kind of things will be there in that after 10 to 15 classes. So that 5 classes will more concentrate on more on Pythonic way. So it will be core things. And after that, one session will be a one application based. Like one thing will be a database, how to connect with the database, and the second thing will be how to communicate with an API. So how a regular expressions can work with Python, how a network things can work with Python. So that will be take on another 10 to 15 classes. Okay, so that we will have 30 to 35 classes, and it can take up to 40 hours. Okay, so that means according to your understanding and based on your understanding how we are going through the class, so that will extend up to 40 or 30 classes. Okay, so it will be like that only, that our system our sessions will be like that only. So today we'll start with uh, what is a programming language. And I want to know that how many of you already installed Python and working with Python, or we have to start from installing Python.
Start from installing Python.
Okay, we'll start from installing Python. Okay. So first thing
Ma'am,
we will.
ma'am, I
Yes.
have no laptop today, ma'am, so I can't installing today, ma'am. Tomorrow I
Okay,
have.
I'll share the PPT so you can verify the steps and you can do that on your own.
Okay, okay, ma'am. Thank you.
So first thing we have so many ideas for this integrated development environment to work with Python. So initially you can use Python package, download from python.org. So you click on that python.org. You can download the latest version. Once it is downloaded, you can click on that. So you'll find this screen. So if you want to upgrade, it's my Python is already there. So with 3.11. So if I want to upgrade it, I'll click on upgrade. If you have already nothing is installed, you will find this screen. How install. So you'll find this.
Jennifer, the
Install
3.12
now.
version is a stable version.
3.11.4 is stable. 3.12 is not stable, I think so.
So it is
So
better to go for 3.11, right?
yes. Okay, you can install 3.11. So you download with this installer. And you can download that, or you can go with that 11 itself. You can download that 11 and you can install that 3.11. I think 3.34 is not, you can use 3.11.9 if it is not stable. Okay. So 3.11.9 you can use. So it will be above Windows 7 only you can use. So you can use this 3.11.9. Okay, so that after this, you'll find this command. So you click on this use admin privileges while installing that py.exe and add path to the exe. Check these two boxes. So it will add the path automatically. So after that, install now. Click on install now button, and then this progress will be this one. After finishing the progress, but you can find that will be installed in your app data. So it will be installed in your C drive users.
Ma'am, can you please tell me one second? Where can I download it?
You want to say this one?
Where can I download it? Python or that art?
Ma'am, please tell me,
Python.org.
ma'am,
Okay.
please once again tell me, ma'am, from starting
Okay.
onwards.
So go to python.org, downloads,
Okay. Downloads.
downloads. You can,
Downloads.
if you are looking for Windows, different Python, you can go to Windows. So it's only Windows version.
Okay.
So in that you have 3.11 and 3.12. Actually 3.12.3 are also fine, or you can go with 3.11.9. Okay.
What about, ma'am, what about 3.12.4, ma'am?
So it has not, it's not a stable version. So it is released now only. So you can use up to
Okay.
this.
So 3.12.3 we can use now.
You can use 3.12.3.
Okay.
3.12.3 or 3.11.9 according to your system requirement. You can choose this
Okay.
and
Okay.
download Windows installer. So
Download,
Windows installer. So in that
install
you will have
64-bit.
that 64-bit or 32-bit according to your system things. So we'll download that 64-bit, and if you
Okay,
click
ma'am.
on that, you will find this screen. This install Python, that version will be there in 64-bit. So install now. So before installing that, you check on these two boxes. Okay, so this use admin privileges when installing py.exe and add path to python.exe path. So check on these two boxes and install now. Click install now. Done.
1919. Ma'am, you have to click install, then
So you check these two boxes and then click install now.
oh,
Okay, so once that is done, you'll see this screen setup progress. So after this completion, after completion of the progress bar, so it can find that is installed. So we have various integrated development. So this will a Python package itself has a integrated development environment to work with Python. So that is ideal. So you can open that from the start menu.
1 minute, ma'am.
Just wait a minute. The setup progress is going on.
If you have Anaconda software, that is fine. If you have Jupyter Notebook, that is also fine. If you have PyCharm, already you have installed PyCharm, other things, that is also fine. Okay, so no need to install this thing again. Okay, so if you have already installed any ID of Python, then it is fine. So you can work with that.
You know.
Ma'am, hello.
Yes,
Yeah, we can use PyCharm.
yes, you can use PyCharm too.
Yeah, thanks. Madam, setup was successful. Then after, what I have to do?
So you go to start prompt, you'll find this idle, IDLE.
One second, one second.
So, idle, this is your environment to work with Python.
Okay. Okay, madam.
So if
It's
you
okay.
click on that, you'll find this shell screen. Okay. So this is a shell.
Wait, wait.
Okay. So on this shell screen, you will find file, edit, shell, debug, options, window, help buttons. Okay. So after installation, go to start menu or search for idle, IDLE. So you click on that, you'll find one screen that is shell. Okay. How many of you got this window?
Madam, it's not working. It's on the modify, repair, and install. There's three options.
Maybe you have another version of Python things.
Ma'am,
Okay.
ma'am,
Yeah.
is Jupyter Notebook okay?
Yeah, fine. You can okay.
Okay. Thank you.
Madam, 3.11.9, is that okay?
Yes, fine.
I got the shell page, ma'am.
Thank you.
I too got the shell page.
Awesome.
I also get it, ma'am.
Good. Shall we proceed further?
Yes.
Yeah, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So we have two modes in
Yes,
Python. Okay, so this one is a shell that we can work with. This is an interactive mode. print is a function. So we'll use print hello. So once
Yes,
you type that code and you enter that, then you will get the output. So it is an interactive mode. You will get this. Anything if you are doing, you are printing, you'll get the output here. So if I'm having a value, so if I want to print 10 plus, so I'll get the answer immediately, whatever I'm typing in the shell. Okay, so this shell, it's called you can call this as a terminal, or if you want, it's like how we'll do it in command prompts, right? So it will be like that. So once you close this, so whatever you have typed, whatever you are doing that program will not be saved, or you cannot preserve it later. So we have another mode called a script. So Python, every code is called a script, right? So we'll call that code as scripts. Okay, so uh, you can do it in the script mode by click on file, okay, new file. So you can type the code.
Ma'am, please explain second mode, ma'am.
Okay, so it is
Ma'am,
script
ma'am,
mode.
please, somewhat go slow, ma'am. Sudden.
Okay. So first thing we have seen as an interactive mode. Whatever the line of code I'm giving, I'll get the output after entering that things. So if I have two numbers to add, I'll add 10 and I'll have B is 20 and I'll say A plus B. So I'll print. We'll see what is that A plus B that are done later. So if I'm giving 3 lines of code, if I enter, then I'll get the output immediately with this interactive mode. So once I closed the screen, I cannot get what I have done. So I want to save this code for further use. So here in Python, we'll call all our code programs as scripts. So we'll call as scripts. One program of whatever you are writing in Python is called as script. Okay. So we have another mode that is called script mode. Okay, we'll save that as a file. Later we can modify the file, or you can add more content to the file. Okay, so that kind of files is Python scripts. You can click on that file of this shell and you'll find new file, or control N you can give. So control N or new file, you will get this screen, notepad like screen you will find. And here you can start typing your code. So here I'll type print hello. Okay. So if I want to save this code, I'll save this file, save as. So generally the file will be saved in your Python installation folder. So that will be user, name of the user, app data. Most probably this folder, app data, will be a hidden folder. Okay, so you cannot search and find this app data. So if you want to look on that folder, you just check hidden files, enable the hidden files, then you'll find this app data. Okay, so this user, or else you can find the location in the shell screen itself. Okay, so if you are opening the shell screen, you'll find this location. So this is your Python installation location. So here only the Python libraries functions includes everything will be there. Okay, so this one is your installation folder. You can change this to your working folder. You can create any folder okay, in your drive. So you can create any folder in any name. So I have created a folder. Okay. So in my computer, I have created a folder. So in my drive, Besant tag, I have 1507 as a working folder. Okay. So 1507 is my working folder. I'll open that folder in this location. I'll save this file as in any name. Hello. I'm saving the file in the name hello. So it will have the extension py. It will be having the extension .py. So I'll save this file. Okay. First, in the shell, I am repeating the steps. You'll find the shell screen and you go to right left corner of this file and then click on new file. You'll get one notepad file which is untitled and you can type the code. So first thing you just type print hello. So no space before the print. Okay. So you have to start from this 0th position. So you have to type print. Within that, one print, one parenthesis you can open and a double quotes, type hello, close the double quotes, close the parenthesis and go to file, save or save as. If you click on save, it will be saving the file in this location. That is your installation folder. You can save here also, there is no problem. But if you want to save it in your another location, so in as a working folder, you'll create a folder in any of your drive. So I have created as in the Besant 1507 and I'll save this file as, here I'll save this as hello 2. So the extension of the files, Python files is .py. Okay. So after saving this, you'll find this thing. Now we want to run the code, right? So go to the 4th tab, run module. Okay, so if you run module, you'll get the output in the cell screen. Okay, so whatever you are typing as a script in the script mode in a file, if you run that, you will get the output in the shell. Is it clear?
Yes, ma'am. Can you please type something else in this script file?
I have a value and I'll have another value and I'll add this to and I'll save the file. I'll run module. So it will print the hello and I'm printing C. Okay. So we'll explain the code later.
Sorry, ma'am.
So first thing, yes.
Do we have to save it every single time?
Every time you have to save the file. So name must be there. So you have to save the file as like how we will save in
Once in a
Word
while.
and all, right? Control S you can press to save this file.
Okay.
So you'll have the code in your script screen, and then you will have the output in your shell. Okay, whatever the output will be there, that will be reflected in shell only. So this you can, if you want to modify it later for after 2 days or after some day, you can modify the code. So if you close the script shell, that will be erased. So if you want to persist the code, then you can type it in the script mode. Okay, so you want to just check the syntax and all, you can use interactive mode. If you want to keep the code, then you have to do it in the script mode. Okay.
Okay.
So we'll start. We have finished with the installation, and we can start with the introduction. Okay. So Python, you know that this is the most okay, so it has more opportunities than other languages now. Okay, so we have this. We are coming to learn this programming language because of the demand in the industry, right? So if you take as a data science, full stack, AWS, so anything, web development, so any field, Python is the base right now. So so previously we have Java, C Sharp, so all those things were there. So now everything is replaced with AI tools, right? So we need this Python to learn that concepts also, so that we are learning this Python as a course. So so we know that first of all, what is a programming language? So it is a system notation, so that you are writing the way that how their system can understand, right? So this is a system notation. So if you take any language, that is a system notation for writing computer programs. So every language has a we can divide that into if you are taking as a compilation based, we can divide this into three types of language, like low level, mid level, high level. Compilation means once the code is done, you have written the code, you have to compile or interpret the code. So that if it is without any interpreter or compiler, if the code is running, that is low level or machine language, assembly language will say. And mid level, it is lies between the low level and high level programming language. It means it needs only one thing, interpreter or compiler, that is enough. So programming languages requires a compiler or interpreter. Mid-level language needs both. Okay, so interpreter and compiler must be there. In high-level language needs any one. So interpreter or compiler it should be. So Python is an interpreted language. Okay, so who invented Python? It's in late 1989. Julian von Rossum has begun to write this Python script, and the public release was 1991. Okay, so now we have in 2024, we have up to 3 point, the version is started from 0.90, and now it is 3.12 in the year 2024. Okay, so this language is mostly written in the written in C. So the compilers and interpreter of this will be basic on the C. So it is the successor of this is, it is a successor of ABC language. Okay. So we have two eras. So one is Python 2, another one is Python 3. Okay, so Python 2 is a version, and that it's released in the year 2000, and Python 3 was released in the year 2008. So there is a little difference between Python 2 and Python 3, so that we can we'll see that differences later part. Okay, so Python 2 has different things. So if you take a print as an example, so print is a statement in Python 2, but when it comes to Python 3, it is a function. So for example, if I'm saying this, in Python 2, print will without this parenthesis. Okay, you don't have this parenthesis in Python 2. So Python 3, it will have a parenthesis. So function means it should have a parenthesis. So this is a main difference between a Python 2 to 3. So if you have a older code, okay, so if you want to maintain the code, so you should know these things, right? So Python 2 has print as a statement. Python 3 in print is a function. Okay, so that is a major difference in this 2 and 3. And then we have two as the strings are ASCII code, and now Python 3 has stored as a Unicode strings. And Python 2 only integers, two integers. If you are dividing two integers, you will get only integer value, but it can be a floating point also, right? Decimal points also will be there, right? So that in Python 3 only it will have that values as floating point. Okay, so then what are the features? So why we are using this? What is the features of Python? So we have this easy to learn. So it is a mostly it will be look like a English reading things only. So you can anyone who knows English can read any Python code, and that is understandable too. So if you read the Python code, so if you see other codes like Java or something, you cannot find that what will be that function, what is main, what is args. So that kind of confusion will be there. But if you take this code, okay, so you take this sample code, so you can write, you can easily understand, right? So your first statement printing hello. The second statement has a 100 value. The third one, B has a 90 value. Then I'm adding A plus B and I'm printing C so that it is easy to learn and easy to, and it is expressive. So many in so many codes of lines is reduced to a smaller lines of less lines of codes. So it is so expressive and it is interpreted. So we do not need a compiler. Python code is executed line by line without the need of compilation. Okay. So high level language. So Python abstracts low level details, allowing us to focus on logic and syntax. And it is object oriented too. So Python supports object oriented. So it is cross platform. That means you can develop your code in Windows and you can transfer the code without any change in iOS 2. Right? So if you are developing in Windows, you can place the code in iOS and you can run that without changing anything. So that is cross platform. Okay, free and open source. Python is no need to pay for anything. So this doesn't have any license. So you can download it free and you can use it. And it is open source. If you want to modify the Python packages, modules, you can modify and you can use it for your own use. Right? So that is open source. So that is a main advantage of developing more libraries are coming because of this open source option. And it is object oriented. So it supports object oriented types, concepts like classes, object, inheritance, polymorphism. Everything will be supported by Python. And we have a GUI, inbuilt GUI development tool is there. And most effective one is dynamic memory allocation. If I'm assigning a value, dynamically it allocates a memory. And it is portable.
And what is that GUI?
What is GUI?
GUI, graphical user interface. So you can create your own graphical user interface, like screens, windows that you can create using Python. Dynamic memory allocation. So there is a memory allocation if you are doing if you are assigning any value, right? So that memory will be allocated to, so to a memory will be allocated for that variable, right? So dynamic memory allocation is a technique. So it is used in the programming language to allocate memory at runtime. So it will not allocate memory at the compilation time. It will allocate memory in the runtime. So this allows more flexibility, efficiency in your memory management. Okay, so it will be allocated or deallocated at any point of time in the running time. So dynamic memory allocation means it is if you're like a pointer, it will allocate the values, right? So dynamic memory allocation is most important thing in Python, and it is embeddable. So if you are writing as Python script, you can embed that in any of your device. So if you are sensors, you can use RPA programs, anything. It can be Python scripts can be embeddable in anywhere, and you can integrate with any of our APIs. So any other websites, any other softwares can integrate your Python code, and it can be extensible, and it has a large standard library. It can use it for uh, satellite programming. You can use it for data science. You can use it for some simply adding two values. So anything can be done with Python libraries. You can use it for that language processing. You can use this for retrieving thread information, like we have this Twitter kind of things. You have to, you can, if you want to use the Instagram data, if you want to use that Google Map data, anything. So anything can be accessed. Anything it has a standard library, large standard library. So you can access it for with any of your APIs. Anything you can use it for. So that it is a versatile language. It is a general purpose language. It is a dynamic language too. So you can use it for any of your application. Yes, so these are the features of Python. So now we have finished the installation part. Okay. So then we have one more thing called pip. It's a package manager. So it is a package manager. It contains all the files you need it for your module. Okay, so this pip is a command, and you can this is a package manager. You can use it as a command, and you by default 3.4. After that, it will be included by default. If it is not included, you can include it by installing on your Windows. Okay, so we'll open that. We'll check for this pip command. So go to shell, click on file, open.
Ma'am, please teach Pip, ma'am. Please teach.
Okay. Pip is a package manager. Okay. So we have, if you want to install additional package, okay, with your Python installation, you want to install more things, more modules you want to install, we will use this pip. Okay. You can, the most common usage of pip is to install a additional package. Okay. So it needs a, you can install this pip by manually, or it will be automatically, it will be included in all your packages which you have installed. So if you want to check,
What are the default
yes,
packages which will be available by in the default mode?
in the default mode, we'll have strings, we have basic data types, we have files, IO, that kind of things will be in default. If you want to install more than that, like my SQL, or if you want to connect with MySQL connector, or if you want to go with the Oracle connection, so that time we will use pip to install other things, other packages.
Is there any option like if I can check what will be the default packages, or means I understand 3.11 is something like a basic, sorry, an advanced version. So you're saying above 3.4 already the pip is included. So is there
Yes.
any option to check what are the default packages
Yes.
and what are the extra packages which are already, I mean, which are getting included as part of the pip?
Okay, we can use doc doc command and you can use this. What are the packages? It's already available. What are
Okay.
the modules in this? You can use it with that by doc command. Okay, so that will be, you can inherit a class from that and we can use this by printing that modules. Okay, we can use this by printing what are the modules are there. So to check that, we'll use. Just a minute. I'll say the command. You can have this like you can read the document of your 3.11 and it will have that all this information. So we have a specific command. You can click on that. So default modules, we have some built-in modules that we'll see that in one by one, but you cannot list down all the modules which are available in this. So we'll just go through that one. So if you have a module, then you can use this dir command. I'll use print. So that will be useful for printing. What are the so it will have this built-in modules like file loader, packages, specific, everything. So this will be the default modules. So that's in this built-ins, we have all the built-in functions. So you can, if you want to check that specific modules, with that you can use that by the name of the module if you want, that we can use this dir method to list all the functions which are available for each module. So you can use that, like you can use this if you are importing any module. If I'm importing a module, so if I say math, then it will list down all the functions of this module. So it will be useful for listing out the module, but you cannot specifically say what are the modules in that. So you can just list down that names with the directory dir command. Okay, so this pip installation, by if you want to check the pip installation, go to shell and file open. So you have to check on this list in your, you copy this address and click on command prompt cmd and I'll change the directory to Python installation directory. Okay. So once that you are in the installation directory, so check pip. If it is there, it will list down like this. If you have pip3, so if you have all these things, pip and pip3 is working fine, so you don't need to install it manually. Most probably in your version, that pip command will be enabled. Okay, check for this pip installation. If you are not finding, then tell me, then we will say that what are the methods we can use that for. So open your shell and go to file open and click on this address bar, copy that location, go to start, type cmd, you'll receive this command prompt, click on that command prompt, cd space, enter that copied value, then enter, then type pip. Okay, we done?
Yes, done, ma'am.
Okay. You didn't get it, tell me.
Yeah, I didn't get, ma'am.
Ma'am,
Can you please explain it?
Ma'am, pip3 also we have to check, isn't it?
Yes, pip or pip3.
Okay.
Ma'am, it's not working for me. Can you please explain next
Yes, sir.
step?
Yeah, please. So this one, if it is not installed, then go to this. I'll share it in chat. Yes, I have shared it in chat. This file, go to this file. Okay, click on that. You'll find this. Copy this, all the content, Control A, Control C. Okay. Then in file shell screen, open a new file, paste the content, and file, save this file.
No, ma'am, not.
In this location. You're not getting? Okay, so this repeat the steps. Get hyphen pip.py. Get hyphen pip.py. In this name, you have to save the file in the installation folder. Okay, so you will be finding this file, copy, Control A, Control C, go to shell, file, new file, paste the content, file, save as, get hyphen pip.
What, ma'am?
Save the file. Get hyphen pip. I'll share the name also.
Get hyphen.
Get hyphen pip. I'll share that in chat. So I have to say get hyphen pip. So file, save as, get hyphen pip. Okay. So once done, go to the same window. So it should be in this folder. See username, app data, local, programs, Python 312 is my version. So in that, type Python, 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 get hyphen pip dot py. So I have to type Python space get hyphen pip dot py. Okay. So if you run this file, it will be downloading that zip. Have we done?
And Janita.
Done, right? And if you
Yeah, done.
want to
Yeah.
check the version, click pip hyphen version. Then you will find that thing. And type pip and enter. Then you'll find the same IO. So it will find that version for you. It's done. So I'll share that slides with you. Okay. So that has all this information what we have done today. So it'll be that in that file. Again, if you have doubts and still you can't get it done, and try to finish it before that next session.
Okay.
Hello.
Okay. Yes.
Madam, can I take a video for